Ilalo ntenga ndala stand is still firm. I'm even firm on my stand.
Yeah.
Nandri quantity ndala nga modo MPP kono bi min diamuta katambi political la kataminta. Some blow within the world anywhere in this country. Because I was the media care person. Election 2016 in the whole of West Coast.
West Coast, yeah.
Well, more people can diamond. Yenta pay Sansan Kola become FMB. APRT move. But bring media, bring we no bonketa. Ndana ge purukana 18 February la mina president install again. Welcome borole kurango pare ko they will own generator for us. No going so. Ala esda ko nyi bari bi ni kunu manga no.
Ni wankilo.
Ga alim bar ni kurango rembinale. Ndemang tra kafo kono mimbe mo doyal mimbe mo nen. Nde banen dagen na wulula mi yalon ko. Ita baloring alanda nim plat ni na kerfaru gende. When the line was open, more do call ke bola program. They were my late parents. Ngamene fo just to support Barrow. That's my crime.
Yeah.
But I take it with good faith. I left. So ndene to condole. Ndamo gelamba. Bari mam parti fanangi. Minna mo na jawyata katam UDP ati jam.
But UDP fanana damay mo samba police.
Mam parti jemi alon ko.
That is not for.
Iya WhatsApp group o yele. Kan wulen sensa nimbo mba wote bakamol panen kamol dundi ke nen ke kastige ke alfal nin dina ngar ko te bulu tradition eldati ge. Katam UDP ibe derin tek ina man diamo kad ke pan distandi o ila kumol. Ati ge. Or UDP cannot teach us morality when it comes to insult. Na minister honorable Batambi loi promulgate asamana député pour ya ke fenko ka nyin nyondango bondi fereng isaje ko police se daha because police ni yemuta ko sonin dom kela ko jibe nyaadi long sometimes because loi français be chagle men e do kundu na don kela tango escape you don't have but if there are definitive clauses in the constitution ko ni ngi for na tradition to comme for dia fo nyami imam kulong ya fo ke bayo ngin dolam na adoto ni o ke ge aba defend ni da fo do yela audio play no ye sentence ko ba ibara momo mi hani matu ale bari bat le fon ko ele ba yalla ko loi bi kari ya so ngene 6 months kada ka ko bandi constitution la yebula maybe you may repeat it. You understand? NPP ndolla parti wala ngar ko ya ko en kabirin de wan ko momo mi yalla ko parti ko ni ma loi respect ni yemu ye njaay ma ne mu tagen nga fo gen ya sama ya sama bunu ko you pay $7,500 e ba san kare mu tagen e fa sumare mu tagen
bara la parti leader fananko albe man sakundale ni min biata ale yake I
respect. But now respect. Don't get a fan. Allah radio by. Advocate. That never happens. Campaign. I mean,
I want to come in when you say.
Mantam beginning 6 meters and not him. President kami advocate wala into yes. So na ikaw mo ro gere kasila. Ikaw mo pwede mo intimidate. Ata gere ba kami sila. Ni ba luwa ko may ito ba man sakunda. Ato lang pwede in ruling. So na albe luwa respect ka kami sila. At pindala important anywhere. Ika MPP ko role mo waro mo. Ibu kala MPP ka mo tandi. Go de bully la. Maybe wenen la o be castigate la. So you never moyan mondial. So that's what is okay emboldened wala kan ko. Attend ko NPP let anywhere. But I'm not telling you, it's a more than Nomindiate. It's more bad than no alpha no. No, President more advocate. And but you don't belly, honey, you go black and more belly upon distant baum in Kumara. No, we are not party because still Kiang. They are very important partner in our election cycles. In the Gambia, Kiang Bono Gambia Kono. Ni election of Kalantola from the Kiang Bay win. Because last election, what Kiang killing the win Kiang. Atula Kiamfla. In 2026 election, lot of Kiamfla from Bele. So that's subjective like that.
Against you in Kiam. Go. I
apologize. I have a platform. You don't use our mic. He use his platform.
But Home's platform is necessarily an NPP platform.
No, I'm NPP platform. Also NPP media too. Bahum, I have a
okay.
So we don't come to MPP.
Okay, can I come in?
So say ni ba ko apologies kala ay akigi anda ngamra ke wolto. In fact, I have comment ni gindile. Kaje ko he regretted. But in the Fanante Mo Dinatija, I can sit here today as a bona fide supporter or founding member of National People's Party. Kakiang Kulum be apologize.
Okay.
No, I'm
Then on my capacity.
Yeah.
As party secretary,
And that is good. And that's good.
But on my humble capacity, I'm not,
A lot of Kiankas are watching. Yes.
Mbe Kiang kuna kun LRR mu me alan ko nyin ko e kamfa ay dimi aman die adu anyanta momo dimla. Kadi ya fondi ata dia lage. Kalbe bolo say ko aliye yamfu Babakar Bahum la ay apologies kele na fa dal ma mom fi dal ma ba ni mo ñu plateforme o Gibba Babakar Bahum la apologies alia accept alia muta nga NPP parti ko rafa kiana adum be lafir na fanan ko kian ko ya mutan fe adum be lafir na fanan ko UDP be tuduri nge alia wutu ala NPP kaji ngawo dando ko kian ko la
can I come? Yeah, so answer yalon diamo fansa hakilo wato Gambia jang, there's no political party leader may yala mosamba police because I kuma kulungo le fofuna manke Alhaji Usain Daboti Lamin Dabo after 2021 election I audio ke kafo ko mole finte nga banko Alhaji Usain was the only party leader in banko ka may okay kala on support sama because of violence le inside wa kulef. Secondly, can you show me any evidence ikani WhatsApp group on men for kafo ko UDP la WhatsApp group on la multi
Sansa ni bolomba.
Ha ni wasifal. Can you show me any evidence? No, but remember. But can anybody show me any evidence? Kafo ko nyimmol mel bijang. No, listen. Kafo ko UDP la group olom nyinti or UDP member le nyim form kamol neng because you don't have any evidence. These are individuals me along ko apparently contain mantara group sifa ko. And I would never be part of a group like that. But even now sotota, how can you ascertain to anybody ko UDP nkol le okay? Thirdly, it is only NPP members of parliament who have stood at a political platform in this country, in the urban capital of the Gambia, ka political party leader do neng. Wenen man keja. Hani kabri ya jamala wado kabra kera ya jamala kafindila ya stop. Adam Barole waketa Adam Barole wato Adam Barole laughed about it. So I don't expect anything from NPP because they are morally corrupt. It is only young Maimuna Zenkoto Malam. Maimuna Zen Mbamala Karola, she's my elder sister. Ilote Mokulwal for Mole on platforms. It is only Gambia Jang, NPP, la Deputy Fatmata Jawara, Alura Alhaji Usain Nek. It is only Jang, the former Allah former advisor to the president, now ambassador to Turkey. Yet tear gas all fire Molkang. He was celebrating it. There is nothing NPP can tell us about ethics and morality in politics. Me alonko mol basan. Because ya alonte kalaf menna. Let's be honest to each other. Gambian ol manke toleti, Gambian ol manke dofti. Saying with social media with FMO every ako bele bijang. Dr. Sise Kabra diamta jaya baro criticize. Imasoro.
No. Imasoro.
Ya detained.
Ya kumani on question.
Ya detained selo ko DJ.
But that's what it is.
He was in a cell. Kabra Keta. Ismail and telephone. Kabra Keta. The next day, I and Ismaila went to Malik Jallo. Tumo Malik Jallo ala loyalty. Bile tinyata de. But I'll can be mentolle ni adati. Kabra Keta. Ismail Ibrahima Diba. Ya lock up janne. Kabra Keta. Juma Koteng. Madi Jobati. Mune Keta.
Madi Fenko. Labe ya sa abe loptano to Fenko bala. Drips bala. Police will learn ako.
So jang. Ita kabe fonde jang.
NPP loke bang.
NPP government like.
Police institution.
That's why I didn't want to bring this conversation, but this is why we need a constitution. You know why we need a constitution? We need the National Assembly to approve the appointment of the IGP.
Oh, yeah.
Look, the IGP is my uncle. But the fact that the IGP is the president's brother-in-law, work more beban. Inko, ibitang. Kabri ya asanya yema. I muna ke even though atele karte fa atele campaign yokai. I'm not gonna choose bang.
He wasn't happy.
CDC Ture. Niya baroning mama kandela baro le tala. Apitan nom. Yana muna no tonya fo nyoy. CD cannot be that independent. Look, CD is my uncle. He cannot be independent because he's Barrow's brother-in-law. This is the fact.
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest in development. And I blame the opposition. When Sidi was appointed, the opposition should have challenged it because conflict of interest is coming there. Because human nature, ntela brora, niema abadimila. Womu dunia hada manin quality. Opposition or role for the moment. You see, for another. Kabri IEC deputy chairman Remy join appointed. Kabri challenge no we meta. Government ya withdraw. Ya long opposition or coming for Tonyalo.
No, but the appointment of the Inspector General of Police is vested on the president.
But they can raise
no,
raise. Yeah, put on record.
Let me just put you this. Let me give you this fact.
Yeah.
You know, when I came in Parliament, comme ça foi ko mansakunda ning ila leadership benyame. Kupis.
Yeah.
Meli kudeta
yeah.
Ascertain clearly. We don't know employed at TRRC.
But honorable. But
no, just wait. Because coming for a while, you be president mama in photo. Secondly, also, more men and they coup d'etat. You coup d'etat. The community for president la challenge wala nyi manya na kafenke. I am telling you, Melbe caring. Because I'm just saying the power vested on the president. President chooses and then Jumali be do work.
Yeah.
You understand? And again, also I can tell you, the influence of the CDS can warrant to throw Issa away and bring something that he think. Even his jail as a coupist reinstated, what about carrying the Gambian National Army? You understand?
Yeah.
So relations in Inkombe Jubela Babake. The Gambian aspects, Jamal BJ will flush them out.
Yeah, true.
Even if CD Barole Muso Diala, an in-law, whatever, being the leader, ndemanyana kajube ko barole musodi ntelade barintela doku wala nyanto mbe kela nyadile. So if you blame Barrow for that, ko ala inlo wala na his city is not steadfast in his job, then city will be held to be blamed. Because tomorrow whatever happens, Barrow will be accounted as the head of state. In the police hegemony or in the police hierarchy, whatever happens in the police, it is a city who will be held responsible for yenyi neke ila police ya watu wana. But I'm coming for a while unko, ninga call Jube. When the former CDS, I moja male Burundi, Masane Kinte when he was in the army. People who had took arms and stood up and they were jailed, they were reinstated in the army. And again, Amanda Walade, ye jole mentamita. But a savage nyol, major nyol, jamen nyolu, ye be bondi ko they cannot work with them. Ye be floss and bring copies and reinstate them. And ye do okay, they pay them everything. So you saw that. Now, maybe it doesn't mean anything, but it can be being the CDS, you want to favor something, bring people. No, Jelle.
Very good.
So these are issues me alango, ni ajube. Yan de kame fumole ko. Yin Gambia banko, let's reconcile.
Yeah.
Ngalo me, but ninko mbesata rokelaja. Jammeh is not perfect. I can tell you.
No, he's not. He's done.
But now the coalition partners came.
Yeah.
When Barrow went to Sibanor in the early days,
I was there.
he didn't even knew for Fonyi Binta Njie la chief ya bondile. Yeah, fatu turele. No one you better.
I was there.
Jumale abon. Local government minister explain.
I was there.
Silence. So who was making deals?
And was reinstated forthwith.
We inquired the issue of the checkpoint in Buyam. Jumale ya instigate, Jumale ya sign. Mandingol ko ni afo nyino tenko. Afo ne tetu serota. A lot of things went wrong. But war very vital if, for example, a government is not in place. It goes on and start. So the revolution near me, it from the soklale. You understand?
Yeah.
So all these are issues melanko. Jamal be cool kono melanko. Even be, for example, you are my brother and employee. It doesn't mean president I'm your brother as a president.
The reason why I say that, Honorable, the reason why I say these things, the reason why I feel I don't go to report anybody at the police because I feel some biasness. I'm being honest. For example, Mohammed Sidawo, somebody called somebody, the first lady, dry fish. Right? He was sent to anti-crime. Yeah, muta.
Bora the same.
Bora a comment like Baro made a statement about our mother, right? Bora ko the president ko Alabama. Can you explain to us your mother? Nyari asa ye Bora muta beyond 72 hours, right? Ya sorong ya fight right? Mari Jobate make a statement. Now these are people near Alongo. They said something against the establishment. Now this person said something about the community. Ya muta. It all a few hours also. But according to my knowledge, malam for bahumi 3 hours or 2 hours from the police station. Itini ne amo nyimbanko kane. Ye momuta, nyinsi fala, ye bula within 3-4 hours. Ine ne omo. Ike mutale. For 72 hours, hani woke ne omi audio ka for food prices and infenko. Ya mutale for 72 hours.
No, never na brother. I can just give it that. Gibba kulo.
So what you know,
yeah, muta Brusubi, Ntata for young display. What's the name again?
yeah.
Kareba. From Kareba, Koyoko, Fongata is a serious crime. And Tada a gay nyolje.
Yeah.
Nka, in fact, yet mola audio always expression in politics. Aleolo mota. Then later, the following day, Abula, you go how enable is late. So I had to contact.
This is
then the following day, Koyoko sign, Imana mobile or dinner. Unko deep boy make ends meet in his telephone. Ibala mobile mutala munela. So these are issues.
So this is the bias thing I'm trying to say. It's the biasness in the way they treat different people based on who they support or who is against, who they're against it. So so we see these things and we see why is that. For example, look at Binta Njie, the police person, right? She made a statement. She's from Kiang, and she was very categorically clear at a statement like beginning. Go, I'm not a politician, but this statement that is made by against my community is distasteful. Kabrai, okay? Police will call. When the IGP spoke at the press conference, he said he makes excuses for Bahum. Ko Bahum la mistake. Bahum ya jele Jimina. Ako Jimina ka mistake okay. Bahum ya realize ka mistake tala apologize ta. But IGP could not make that same excuse for his own officer.
And which wasn't even a mistake.
So what did he let? IGP
so yeah, ako Bahum ya mistake okele. Bahum apologize tale. So Jimina ka mistake le. You understand? So I mistake I will accept Bahum. But Binta Njie, Binta Njie is police are under a code of conduct. Binta Njie should not be involved in political statement. But that was not a political statement. Binta was talking about our community. Ko more mean for a community that was distasteful. I might expect bola from somebody. You understand? But the IGP, if you're giving Bahum grace for insulting a whole community, you cannot give your own.
So someone who is trying to defend
an IGP who is defending his community from that comment. So for me, I'm seeing some biased treatment there. And I think it's all because the IGP is kind of sympathetic to his brother-in-law's cause. For me, that's how I look at it. I keep saying this. The reason I keep saying IGP munna onkuleti. Takati. But that wouldn't stop me saying what I believe, the way he's treating this case is biased. And that's my opinion.
Yeah. Can I come in?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, honorable, yalong kabriwe kupi school foka because ngaila mwele even on the brunch there was a time.
Yes.
You made mention of this Coopis issue. Yalong for me, my point is ita fon ka men support. Ita nara men na ticket roller under. Often another true cool.
Yes.
You understand?
I agree with that.
But Hani said about support kan.
Yes.
But so for me, my position is why then do you have an issue with other Coopis men along Bijak? I'm not a defender of Coops.
Are you asking a question now? Let me help you there.
No, the reason why yes, it's a question actually.
Yeah,
so because for me, I find it a bit problematic because you have made mention of these Coopis, especially at the Jane Commission. I saw that the TRRC. I do understand maybe Jay Safoko bias BJ because this same individual has tried to uproot that same government. Now you are asking them to investigate that government, which I do understand. But going further, like you made mention, Kafuko Nyimul Nata Murune back to the military. But that same Itaka government for support and the government or the party not a ticket of into power. It's a Coopis government. So where do you create the line between these two positions? That's one. So secondly, for Anko Bintala Kuo, Nda Binta Malong personally, I think we've met once or twice at events, and that's about it. But Intela position has always been cool. Personally, I don't know what the police code of conduct says about this issue or the specifics. But one thing I know is cool. Bintala's statement was not political, because that is what they are trying to make it look like. They are trying to make it seem cool a political statement, but she didn't. In fact, at a for Wolom ko, Nyinna statement against her people at a well fine worrying. So if IGP is going to make excuses for Bahum, I see no reason Muna Naba Nyindo, because Ning IGP acknowledge ko Bahum Yemenke is wrong. That validates Bintala post. Bariko apologized. So why are you going to punish someone else? Purka but in my opinion, Ndela position is ko ni amen for Jannam. We must be able to strengthen our institutions. And ko fati amen for about the conflict of interest. Human beings are naturally biased. And human beings have a bias me along ko. We can't care. Natural thing let. And akere nya there's that position me along ko. Fesa mole support me along ko ite amireni wale la ko kukile. But nyimman that be. Because hanna manke bahum la ko. Hani kadi tal lomba. Allah support kadi tal. We had her audios here. Ako puru baroka na fenke kiankole. Ko ha ya jamii kinyame itu wanyama. What is the same position and the same grievance. But in 2021, covering election of Banda, we had Yafoko IG Niso Sanne, Tulol Ning Manol Sana Di Molla LRR for your celebration against the UDP la win. So Nyinko man that be. Namuela Kabira Mosabalikata State House. She made a statement. Kafoko IG CD Ture.
That was the other IG.
Oh, okay. The other IG again. Ahoe Tantan wal Bulanda normally. Puriata Dandang State House. So Nyimmange be kuti. Ningpo meta, unfortunately. Andung Ning man strong institutional soto. And again, kofati follow. Lua kuolo. Because you need a functional you need functional laws for a functional democracy soto. Democracy is in praxis. Democracy manke any stagnant being. But again, Gambian kalual sort of but implementation long problem mode. Because symbol be centralized in the more cleanable. Nyine nyanda falina. But ninkom besira jambe wrong soul follow of what's wrong with this country in Tabolaja. So for me, in the America is sometimes it's not even about the system, because people make up the system. It's about the character of these individuals. Honorable member. Nita plus or the long menke is wrong. You need to desist from it. Cease and desist. But you continue doing it because it have feel like power betelebulu. And don't take a man do our ko. Handin tolenata mansakunda. We must make sure kunganin will stop. Because new one is going to be a repetitive structure. And the wale ka bankol tinya. Being ka bankol mel be fumi anko ibe tinya ta wale tinya. Because molle nga molle ke jemela lanko, they are not worth the position. They cannot do the work that they gali assignment na, and it has put those countries into problems. We are hoping ko nyimbe wa falina. And don't take a man for fana in as much as the individual law, but the buck stops with the president. Because he is the commander in chief. Atelem nyaton koti. Ning for example, TRRC Karajanko Honorable Memfo. Kurol BJ, ya jamem mawal kalamuta. But I cannot tell what. And he has to take responsibility.
And we give him all the blame.
Yes, he has to take responsibility. Yeah. So we cannot make excuses for President Barrow. Ninku oku ketal under his watch, it is his responsibility and he has to take ownership. Kafuko definitely nyinkerante lawatola, and then I have to make sure oku nga remedy. But I don't see the political will from the government. And while in the sad thing, for example, we keep talking about the high rise in foodstuffs. It will be munella. For example, personally, inte amutaleko. Ning banko meng afulenta. You don't have these issues. These issues because, for example, Binta Nimankala first issue to I resigned from being the police spokesperson, and the reasons that were given was aqua sabotage and other things. People heard those stories here. So the thing is, Conte, I believe, if we had a structural system, if we had a working system, tumando ntafutala nyimbi mbedame. So ntela fawole la fa.
One I agree. Jamme came through coup d'etat. And coup d'etat in natural ni nada. Sayalem, kaburolem, wala you be slain alive.
Yeah.
That person gone, natural not dead, occurred in Jamela 1994 coup d'etat. And it was embraced by the whole country. So in that periodically it came through electoral process. But Saya came for William Co. If Jammeh did that, so these people means they also have the free will to test. Ye coup d'etat ke. So now more me
If I love the man secunda.
Nani me mena. Enough the man secunda sign. Sign now. Are you saying co-sign next government? Don't find near kuditake. I just want to be corrected.
Yeah.
Jammeh did it wrong and came through power.
Yes.
And these people also want to take over. Blood said equal finger. And they wanted power. They were jailed. Mol me alonko their clear, clean records. Ye old bundy because they don't trust them. And bring mol me kuditake. Ye already instead in the army. Are we saying that this current government will endorse sponsor mele kuditake ba? No, never. Tactically, what does it tell you?
No, it doesn't say that.
No, what I'm just saying is, I want you to use your mind.
Yeah.
No, I'm using my mind.
You understand? B, Nindodo, Imam Femfenk. Ye bondi. But Nindol me Kurirake, Membota J. Ali all Murine la Kurita Blado, Ali Dundi Army Kono. But Nindol me go there clean. Imam Femfenke, they have never served any charge sheet, whatever. Yol Opuru Ye Bondi. Ye Nindol. You are now compensating them for. Thank you very much for doing the coup d'etat. Welcome back to a government that was willing to make sure use you to kill the other government member, then come and serve again.
I don't think actually.
No, you don't mean uncle they were serving diligently, move away.
So let me come there.
How do you think the army is not a civil service institution?
No, it's not.
No, it's
First,
not.
we are all soldiers. And then you have a problem or sort of. I did blatantly wrong in the service of the army. Well, I may not comment much because Mela code of conduct.
Yeah.
Now that I'm along, I will see whether even if not politics or a state war, do you have that leverage to talk on matters of whatever? Yeah, But now, how do you believe? I am part of defense and security. So they don't trust each other because in we were doing coups. Somebody was even falsely killed. You are back in the army. Ela rank is far more than your rank. How do we sit in that institution? And now, Kairon in Tengu is sabating the Maldema.
Yeah, but honorable.
So, I have so much to say about this, but if I do, we are going to have to go deep into security service reform SSR, because most of those soldiers, it was alleged that, you know.
Not alleged.
No, let me.
More than that, even next he's going to do it, he's serving the army down. TRRC live. None than any government back in Kotonke. Dabo is serving in the army. He's promoted.
Dabo Juma?
Dabo Nying, I told him from Bunja Dab. Say it clearly.
No, Bunja is Bunja Dabo.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, of course, but I understand. So when you call Benin Kita, you know, it's something else. Before now, this SSR, for SSR is not reflective the needs that they are.
Among Kele Walati now we have these problems.
We need to have a proper but that will take us to another topic. And all the time of Banta.
You know,
we move on to our final topic.
Let me important about Binta Koto. Yeah, kuma for young about why this man is holding brief for Bahum. Not his own
staff.
Ngamre mam press conference o bela moy.
Ngabela moy.
Okay, ni abela moy ngina fo fana ngani lamu jawlen to ko. Mfa wala colleague Binta. Assistant Superintendent Binta Njie. Atala Koto. Police ngana internal regulation sotole. Ngana code of conduct soto. Ngana area so mi alongo wolle they will summon you and to hear your story and to deal with you accordingly. This one is outsider. It's not part of us. It's not part of you deal with them differently.
Different.
Bahum is outside. I want the system okon. Our case might be different from Momimbe system okon. For more yalo ngajele ko mafoko I mean ke o ani police or luata na manta but ngajele immigration officer nene audio bondile hakenu ya suspend for 6 months without salary. Musole. She talk about, you know, response, more political, more life info. Upon I respond, audio licta. Ya kumandi, immigration ya suspend for 6 months. So without salary, because of quarter and there. Ngado ge ya buy prison warden ya buy system of friend because of so first political rally to na lagin fo.
No, I t-shirt rule da.
But t-shirt rule. T-shirt rule. Party
t-shirt rule.
No, and it's a serving member.
Yes.
Of bra ko findita iko la loi ma ito la ko do so ya bonni. mbo bara ngol wote ama wana da ya ka fa ko ye ne ka dara ge ko ni ne ka ndum tar in state no la bawo ni ne ka but ni bla lo findira so jiba go ko fine thank you so saying is it the same and even savage e ka savage mi na kufo ngal kam da ko savage iko ne ya put into the system ko aka man president wala kalamuta he is not acknowledging ko man kalam da ko there's a new president there's a new president in Senegal. No,
that was the period when the transition was Mambang. He's going to serve the current
I'm not aware of it.
Exactly.
But you only try a friend call
exactly. No, man, they just
put in the system. That's not
they are building their categories within the system.
Me alam ko bring honorable Usain Daboy comment ke base political comment against Saragules ani you are call konte ka mo nya fer nitilo ko ngono bakale alo Saragules ka minke ka fa adol fa yebaro sin 2016 alman ka refa bi adol ka fa adol tan government how do you own this government bari mbari fo ngana de ka mo nya fer nitilo ngolo saben member parliament la ya jabi ko mo ko ye mutale they dealt with them internally.
But how come Santol Buka all money? So no. But how are you privy to these information that people are not?
As a member
of the.
Let me come.
Why is it go?
They discipline them. What about those two?
I disagree. What about that one? I'm going to this. I'm going to deal with UDP cockroach.
I do so sense. Let's clean the use. Anti. Against Baro, as a quality of a keme. Anti Mamma Singer Bella Copo. I follow the other but in millions Bella Campa Mangolji. To take a lens of use, or like a direct Onyama. Don't do sometimes a board lens is useless.
Alman choiceless.
No.
Kadon diplomat ni ko mo more than 10 kilometers.
Midday you have a more get mini parantam mambol no from Priena. Well, we have to use both lens. Don't we are okay with what we have. Never mungo hani. Ndol ba min la grela. Ibele mungo la fo le fo sound na ina grey. Wala we are very much mindful and kila lens of use ka gibe ko mine kata ngin.
Alla lens ol man taraw ka woto.
So ni binta case.
Albe support lu.
Police blue. They will deal with it internally. I don't think police will if they treated her because even some lato and giare la nenga press conference do ate. The boss will ko ma allow any member of that GRA media face. It's not they have their media personnel. They will learn. Anything you have your line manager or your boss or your memo state. Anybody there, they have access to memo. You lodge your complaint. Your complaint is but you media use. Hande fanga police doje akavo gambel opposition wala ngenda kamina le baro boni na rabu police wala na yuma bal ngalo ne nga text kar lan kay ko da fa ya fa amina say ba ya police la ko mbiji han say bari la ni comedy yagi akoni fo fa ma ngene kala ngano na la loi manta be careful aya bonda ende fo block
esa ente so ente one bonda esa
bari
na
I was telling it actually mutaro kula fulo nyindulato so you coming for more kuke ye mo new wala kuke min ni
lo apologize
ni e muta
is apologize
ide ko so le ma fa ko
da esa fatu ye ni ngamen ani fatu men da jaka ite anyi ngamen ana ataka men jabi are very different
I mean ngamen
ani akana ko min menke
ba
ani
impartiality
ba mari ngere da do UDP ko
thank you
Fatu
ya kuma ni barbecue le
ni ndol be ko motan kati ka pata minke bayo sonko Momadou Sabali Ameji
Thank you, Ismaila Sisi.
Wolma police oltan. Ba hon takale ko fi diala.
Barbecue. Ala barbecue la odulande.
Okay, yalla police mo bigami, ha?
Ta bandale esa.
Police are funny characters.
Yes, that's true.
Ite as a professionals,
Yeah.
boy tema. Ni professional girl is odi, ite musimul bo politician no. Aka lento mi use ana maya soto. Ika jela ka tonya baga alo imam tonya ba amala politiko fewo. Aba no.
Abonya.
About defend la.
Yam jabe bo wala ja.
Ite professionality. Ite you are media impartial whatever. Bon tema.
Hanin te mentale. Nta ka ni ngol. So